It's a slap in the face to me. You're a Ponzi scheme. I ain't no understanding in the world have I ever took any money from anybody. You're a Ponzi scheme. You're the scum of the earth. And you're around here, giving kids prostitutes. What I mean? He needs to get more time for that. To be honest with you, if you say that you've been recruiting kids at the age of 17, giving them girls, then what does make you? That's child sex. They need to add more time on this guy. And at the same time, the things that I've done for this community, I started my Optimist program 26 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You want to be Luke? If guys want to be Lil Luke, no, do that. Start your youth program. Go in the community. Do things for underprivileged mothers and families, and some of these kids. Help them get in college and do the right thing in life. If that's a Lil Luke to me.
Yeah.
Not some guy who's gonna run around and say, "Oh, I read an article in the newspaper about some allegations that was never confirmed by the NCAA that I did any wrongdoings." For you to then say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like that." No, you want to be like yourself, and that's what this guy's all about. I mean, he's the worst thing in the world, man. And I just hope the NCAA do the right thing and just see through this whole process and not hurt this program and not hurt these kids. Because of this scumbag. I mean, the guy said it. He said it in his article, plain and clear. The only reason I'm doing this is because these guys did not help me because I done stole all the people's money with my legal bills and my financial problems and all that. Ain't nobody owe him nothing.
Right.
You're a booster. I mean, that's what you do. You booster and you take kids out for dinner, the ones that you are legally bound by taking out, and you give money to the program, and that's what you do. If Donna Shalada decide to take your name off the wall, then that's what it is. They ain't taking no dirty money.
Right.
And that's sad. It's really sad that, if they do anything wrong like that to the program by closing it down or suspending some of them kids, that'll be a very sad day. Yeah.
Talk to me. You mentioned earlier you met him twice. What was he like when you remember him?
I mean, like I say, man, the guy got Napoleon complex. I mean, here's a guy that's 3'3". He say I'm one of the brothers. I'm one of the brothers. I'm like, okay, what do you mean you one of the brothers? Okay, well, here's my black girlfriend. She's 6'2". That makes me one of the brothers. Right then, turned me off. Totally turned me off. I mean, the second time I met him, he's like, okay, hey, man. The first time I met him, it was more on the level of, hey, I want to start this agency. I want you to help me get kids. I know the kids know you in the community. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't do that. I don't get down like that. That's not my thing. My thing is getting these kids out of this community where I was raised up in, getting them out of here and getting them in college to doing the right thing. Then the second time I was at the game and they saw me and said, hey, look, can you invite, somebody, hey, man, never want to see you holler at you, in his suite at the stadium. I went up there and saw the circus going on and left. 5 minutes after that because, again, I saw the athletic director come in there, and him having a couple words with him about how he don't like Randy Shannon. I was like, hey, bro, I'm a Randy Shannon guy. I got to go. And that was it with me with that dude.
Now, you're friends with Randy, obviously. Did Randy not want this guy around the program? Was he sort of kicking him away?
Absolutely not. He absolutely did not want him around the program under no circumstance. He did not want that guy. He specifically told his coaches and anybody else, he said, I do not like this guy right here. He clearly said it. He clearly said he didn't. And if I mean, for whatever it may be, if anybody say anything about Randy Shannon, one thing he say about Randy Shannon, he did not let that guy come around that program. I mean, and he tried his best, and he hated Randy for that. I mean, that was his whole vendetta before he went to jail. Was, oh, I'm going out to get Randy Shannon. Oh, I'm going to tell the guy, my 5 minutes in the booth. Telling the athletic director, I'll pay whatever to pay Randy Shannon out of his contract. I'm like, what is this? No. Randy is my friend. I don't get out like that. Let me get out of here.
You were telling me earlier about the 12 kids. A lot of them are local kids, the ones that were, potentially not going to play this season because they were involved or allegedly involved in that. You said you didn't believe.
I don't believe. Let me tell you something. I do not believe under no circumstances that any of those kids was involved in taking any money from this guy here. Because again, like I say, we would have heard about it. It's just like any sugar daddy. Anybody on the street, any of these guys up under here, any of these guys at the park, we all would have heard about it. Oh, there's a guy that's giving money away, giving free money away. Nobody heard about this, you know. And I'm telling you, if people would have heard about it, then people would have corrected those kids and say, no, 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 no. Do not take anything from this guy here. Anything that's coming that easy, it's got to be something wrong with it. You know, and I don't hear, I have not heard one kid. If I heard it, I'd have been on top of it a long time ago, talk to their parents, look, man, don't take no money from this dude. You know, I met him 2 times. I'm telling you, this dude is bad news. Because you could tell the demeanor is a very bad demeanor this guy has. It's like he walks around like, I own the University of Miami. And all you got to do is see that for the few minutes that I saw it, I just knew he was bad news from the beginning.
Now, do you think the administration and the people in charge knew what was going on?
They couldn't know about it. I mean, you know, they probably looked at him as a regular booster, a regular guy giving checks to the program, you know, giving whatever donation to the basketball program. They're looking at him as a guy that's a friend of the program. You know, I don't think they was looking at, you know, I'm pretty sure if Donna Shalala or anybody in the administration knew that this guy was doing, you know, dirty dealings or doing the things that he's alleged that he was doing with these kids, they would have cut him out of the program. I mean, they've cut out people who have not even they thought that had a problem with the program. I mean, you know, my friend Warren Sapp, it took him years to come back because it was said that they did not want him back down to the program. Same thing with me. I mean, I went back down there when Randy got the job. He asked me to come back and be a part of the program because he knew what I did, unlike what people said that was going on. And, you know, Randy left, tell Al, hey, look, Al, I'm cool, you know, if whatever you need me to do to talk to some kids, I'm there for you, but I don't necessarily want to be around there like that because everybody don't like Luke around there. So, you know, he understands as well. So it's just sad. It's a sad thing.
If the NCAA kills the program, what will Luther Campbell say?
If the NCAA kill the program, I mean, there'll be a lot of people around here slitting their throats. You know what I'm saying? This whole town will be on suicide watch. I can tell you that right now because that would very seriously hurt the city of Miami. That would hurt the city of Miami. You know, I mean, because we're not like I say, we're not like Gainesville. You know what I'm saying? This program is Miami. I mean, the first thing is University of Miami football. Second thing, Miami Dolphin football. Third thing is Miami Heat. Fourth thing is Miami Northwestern football. It go in that order. It is what it is, you know?
What's the community been like today? And I guess since the story broke, have you talked to people?
People in shock.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I came into practice and people just don't believe what's happening. It's like, you know, it gives me somewhat of the feeling of 9/11. You know, people in shock. They don't know what's happening, why it's happening. Everybody's like, who is this Shapiro dude? And that tells me more that it's hard for me to believe that these kids know what's going on because somebody would have said, yeah, I know him. One of the kids told me about him. Ain't nobody said that. Everybody's like, who is this Shapiro dude? Who is this Nevin guy? Who is this guy? So it can't be that many kids that he allegedly say that's playing in the program right now. Now, after the program, yeah. You know, after the program, maybe they, you know, some of the kids he know and they came back, he want to do business dealings with. How could you do business dealings, want to do business dealings with kids that are in a university institution? You can't. What can you give them? Who are you going to give it to? How are you going to give it to them? You know? So, I mean, there ain't enough pictures. They got to get some more proof from me for that.
Anything else, Chuck?
What's in it for boosters? Why did people do it? I mean, is it just a way to get into a box at a game, or what's the environment? Describe the environment that this guy's operating in versus what you've seen there, and you know, what levels are there of boosters?
Well, I mean, you got different levels of boosters. You got majority of the boosters, 90% of the boosters, they do it for the sake of the program, for the kids. They make donations. They help the program. They want to inspire kids. They want to give back to kids, you know, bring them in different environments. Then you have some egotistical maniacs like this guy right here. And if I fault the program in any degree, somebody needs to be watching to say, okay, he's a little too excited. You know what I'm saying? He's a little too involved. If I see the booster wanting to be a general manager and he's calling me all the time, hey, you need to get rid of this coach, that's a problem. That should be a red flag. You know what I'm saying? If there's a booster, 90% of the boosters, they don't know nothing about football. They're just happy. You know, hey, look, I want to be inspiring to one of these kids. I know where they come from. You know, I'm going to donate some money to the program, bring them over to the house, let them enjoy. But you have, again, those general manager type boosters who want to boost to the program, who want to give money so that they can have a say-so who the coach is, so that they can have a say-so as to who should start and all that. Those guys should automatically be thrown out of the program. Any university should not take their money. As soon as they open their mouth about, hey, look here, you know, that should be in their letter of contract. Don't call me up. You know, don't call the president of the school because you gave us $100,000. Don't call us telling us to get rid of the coach on basketball, football, hockey, or whatever it may be. That should be a red flag for any university that this guy's going to be a potential problem.
All right.
All right.
Thank you,
My
man. Appreciate
It's
it.
a pleasure, man.
All right, man. I'll see you. I'll be out here for a couple games.
Okay, cool.
All right, man.